Welcome to this edition of DIY3DTech.com. In this episode, we're going to be doing some modifications to the CR10, the Creality CR10. So one of the things I want to do is I printed this off of Thingiverse, so it's a strain relief here, and then I also printed this camera mount, which is going to go in the front. But to mount all this stuff, what we do is we need to remove the bed. So what I'm going to do is do a quick time lapse of me taking the bed off, and then we're going to take a look at installing these pieces. So let's get at it. Okay, so I got the bed removed, and so one of the things I wanted to show you guys that I did is I changed this up a little bit. I decided to, so I printed this out as it was. However, one of the things I noticed is that the spring was intended to sit on top here, and I didn't like the fact it's going to be putting quite a bit more tension on here than the other ones. So what I did is I just drilled this out the size of the spring, so the spring will actually sit on the bed as it does normally. Now, with this piece here, it will sit on here, but this is just really thin piece of, so the difference isn't going to be too much, as you can see how thick this was. So I'm not sure why the designer left it that way. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and install it. This is going to go on the front, and we'll take a look after I get that set up. So make sure I get this in frame here, because I'm not getting this in frame. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this piece on like this. Now, one of the things to notice that I'm going to have to actually pull this back a little bit to get this in here, and I'm not going to zip tie this in until I get the bed pushed back on, but I'm just going to kind of get it situated a little bit here, so when I flip it back over, I can put the bed back on. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take and I'm going to put two small zip strips here. I think two small zip strips can go in here. Okay, so there's one, and this will be two. And just cinch them tight. I'm going to take some clippers and clip off the excess, and there we go, just like the David Whitney building. Now they give you another little piece that you can print out to go over the top here, and I have to press some of these wires in, and that's just supposed to clip in there. I'm actually going to probably put a touch of epoxy or glue on this to hold this in there, because the wires push it up. But for right now, that's actually probably pretty good. So I like the design and everything of this. Outside of this piece could clip a little bit better in the windows. The wires are pushing up a little bit, and so making this a little bit snug to get on, but actually not bad at all. Like I say, I think I'll have to put a little piece of glue on here. Some other tactical piece here would have been nice, to maybe even zip strip this top piece on, but no worries there. And you know, now we have strain relief working on that, so that works pretty nice. So I tell you what, let's go around to the front and let's take a look at the camera mount. So here we are at the front side. So I'm going to use the and I did a video on this a while back. I got this like $10 dash cam a while back off of Amazon out of China. And so this is what I'm actually going to use on this guy. Got to tighten up the piece. So in short, I just used a 1/4 plastic bolt underneath to connect to this, and this mounts on this, and so this will move back and forth with the bed, so it shouldn't introduce any vertigo. Now, one of the things, since this is sitting back and this is a pretty big bed, this longer distance focal length lens on here should be roughly okay for time lapses on here, so that should work out pretty good. Now, the final thing I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put my PEI bed on top of here. So let's go get that and install that. Okay, here we are back. We put the PEI on here. Now, one of the things is, in the prior video I mentioned, I took the glass off. All my printers, and which, if we go over here, I'm going to, sorry about the jerkiness. So I've got the Tarantula, I've got the PEI right on top of the bed, and then I'm going to pan you over, and I've got the Wanhao over here with the PEI right on top of the aluminum bed too. So I'm just going to go on top of the aluminum bed here, because especially with this guy and the glass, it takes forever for it to heat up. So I'm going to give this a shot. I'm also going to print out for it, this thing's little brother, there is a dial indicator attachment that goes on here. I'm going to print that out and actually give that a shot on here too, but I think pretty much this should be fine. I'll let you guys know how it goes as I start getting into some more stuff. But I got to tell you, the PEI is just the way to go. I've also got it not only on these 3 printers, I've also got it on both of the DaVincis too, the reflash DaVincis. I use it for ABS, I use it for PLA, all that works great, so super happy with it. So anyways, hopefully you found this interesting. Made some mods to the Creality CR-10. We added the strain relief on the back. We added the camera mount. We put PEI down on the bed. And so we're probably good to go to start printing. So I've done a couple prints on the tape. It's worked great. So very happy with the printer so far. So let's get into it a little bit more and we'll see how it goes. So the subscribe button is going to be coming up over there. Don't forget the swag shop up in the corner. Put some new stuff out there, and then hit me up in the comments below. Tell me what you're thinking, whether you like the CR10, do you have one, what are you doing with it? Love to hear from you. Cheers.
Please click like below and subscribe to the channel to keep up to date on all of our projects.